But isn't that the purpose of picking the man and making him the head because you think he knows what's best? Because I wouldn't pick anybody to be the head is over me, so I wouldn't pick anybody to be over me that I thought was trash.
No, y'all are. I think that you're taking it to a different extreme. Anton said something to the extent of, I'll tell you what you, either you said what you feel or what you think or something. That's way different than my man can lead. My man can make sound decisions about us, our family. My man can provide, he can protect, he can navigate, he can make the tough decisions, all of the, like, that's way different to me than I'm gonna tell you how you feel. I'm gonna tell you what you like. That's different.
Well,
You don't want a guy to
It's
control
good.
you. You don't want the guy to control like every aspect of what's going on to so that you ain't even got to think about it. All you got to do is just enjoy life. That's the way life should really be.
You're not God. So you can't, you're, to me, for you to take on a role like that assumes that you're perfect and you're all knowing, and you're not. You don't know what I might be feeling. You don't know what I might be thinking. Now, granted, you spend enough time with somebody, you know a lot of things about them, but to the point where it's like, hey, you don't even gotta feel. I'm gonna feel for you. You don't gotta think. I'm gonna think for you. You don't have to even be you. I'm gonna be you for you, and just do my little remote control and make you go the way I want you
no,
to go.
I think that
That's not it.
I don't think that's
What
what
you
he's
what you say,
saying though.
Rita?
That's how he came
Hold on,
across.
wait.
Now,
Okay,
You said what?
that's how he came across to me. Now,
okay.
if I
Rita said
misinterpreted
you
it,
overthinking it.
if I misinterpreted it, well, no, I'm not. I'm taking it the way that I took it. So if I'm misinterpreting what you said, I'm cool with that. You can tell me that I read that wrong, but the way you said it, that was how it came across to me.
Because all right, it's almost like when you have like your children, right? Your children are their own separate persons, right? They think they got feelings. However, you are over your children, right? So you'll say, okay, yeah, I could let you be you and you'll probably eat all the cookies all day. But I know that it's not good for you. I know what's best for my children. They need to eat a balanced diet. They need to do this. They need to exercise. It's not that you have any malice. You're over your children, and people that are over somebody do what's best for them. So you do all the thinking, you do all of that, and they still get to live a great free life. They're not slaves.
Mika,
I didn't.
you're explaining something to me that I get and I understand and agree with.
Mhm.
What I'm saying is that's not how what Anton said came across to me.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
You know
Anton is saying that what he said is like what you're saying,
what?
cool, got it. But that's not how I took it, and he hasn't said how Mika explained it. That's what I meant. He didn't say that. So I
Do
don't
you
know.
agree? Do you agree with Mika?
It it doesn't sound like Anton is saying that the way I took it is incorrect. It sounds like Anton is saying, what's wrong with that? But again, I could be wrong, but he hasn't corrected me, so I don't
Anton
know.
is Anton. He gonna say he just gonna sit in it.
Because I just know what's best for you. I know what you needed before you even walked in the room. I know what's best for you. Now that doesn't mean that I completely ignore your thoughts or your feelings. I can take both into consideration, but it doesn't mean I don't know what's best for you. I 100% know what's best for you. And I think that the problem a lot of times is that women think that they know, but they don't.
Now, are you saying that you know what's best for a woman or for your woman?
Both.
So, what qualifies you to know what's best for just a woman, period? Is it being a man, or is it the work you've done as a man?
I don't think you want to go down that path,
Okay, we can save it for another day.
but I know what's best for you.
I do. What happened?
Okay.
And I think that women that reject it a lot of times, I just don't think that they ran into the right dude. Honestly, I don't think they ran into the right dude. I think that women reject the mindset a lot of times because um they're so used to being in that role, they're so used to being in control that they can't fathom the idea that they could just sit back and that somebody knows what's best for them. They've never ever actually tried it. They've never experienced it. They've never been in a position of where, you know what? I don't even care. You got it. You got everything, and just whatever it is that you say goes. I don't think that some women has ever experienced that, and so they reject it a lot of times because it's foreign to them. But I will tell you that it is the greatest experience that a woman can ever have. 1000%. It is the greatest experience that a woman can have. But that's just my opinion personally.
And that's because, Anton, I think the way society makes it sound or portrays it is like it's slavery, it's purgatory,
It's freedom.
it's something else. When I don't understand like why most women would want the burden of bills and want the burden of trying to do what the man does. Like why?
You don't want what?
Control. They want to stay
You
in
don't. You said
control.
you don't want to think. I know you don't want to think. That's all. That's why I think for you.
I,
And
I,
that's not to
I
say
think I
you.
think that I think y'all
Yeah.
are kind of hopping around and picking different things that are not where this came from. This stemmed from the girl, from somebody being in a semi or open relationship with somebody and being able to say whether she wants to know if you're with somebody else or not. That's way different than, hey, I don't want to worry about the bills. Like that's two totally different things, and that's with a different person. Like some of the stuff you guys are talking about, I automatically assume that this is like marriage, whereas if you're with somebody, well, marriages have, some have open relationships, true. But in the example we're using, this isn't like this is my the person that I'm married to and I've been with. It's like this is somebody I'm in this relationship with. He's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing, which again to me is way different.
What do you mean
So
you're doing your thing? You doing my thing.
I'm I'm just saying the example that we started with versus what you guys are bringing up is different, because a lot of the examples, especially the ones that Mika's bringing up, I agree with. So to me, you're kind of moving things to try to prove a point where I don't think that it's the same with the examples that some of you have used versus where we started. So I just want to put that on the table because I agree with a lot of the examples. That's a lot of what my situation is in my own marriage. Like, yeah, take that on. I don't want to worry about that. I don't want to think about that. But if I'm sitting here in this open, semi-open relationship with this dude who's probably not, because we're talking about Shaq, he's not, we're not married. I'm trusting your judgment. You're negotiating your fee for a chick from 1,000 to 700, and I'ma just roll with whatever you think is best for me. No, I need to be able to make some of my own decisions here. Are you using protect? Like, we got to talk about some stuff, and it can't just be, I'm gonna just trust him because he's just a guy and he'll just take care of me. I don't think that that's relevant. I don't think that's relevant in these types of examples.
That's why they leave things out though. They don't want to have to answer 1,000 questions. It's easier to say, I'm in a meeting versus I'm about to bust her down. Oh, are you going to use condoms? Are you going to do this? Do
Yeah,
you
that's
like her more?
important.
Do this. Who has the time to answer all those questions? Because women need a lot of
Whew.
validation. Tell
Molly,
me you want to
finding
work
out if
meeting.
the guy, finding out if the guy, we're in
I'm
open
not
relationships,
excusing
we
cheating,
shouldn't.
but
No, no, I'm not even talking about cheating. I'm now bringing up the whole, like, me even asking about protection. Like, that's me asking too many questions. we're in an open relationship, but we don't know if you're using
What
protection.
is this open thing? I don't
That's
like
where that's where the
I don't
example
like
He
that
said
word.
started.
semi-open.
Semi-open. Sorry.
I don't like
Only
that
he's
word.
open. I'm closed. He's open.
I don't like that word.
And I don't get to know if he's using protection with, however, because I'm sure if I can't ask him if he's using protection, I can't ask him how many women he's sleeping with.
Well, if
But
he's a good, but
I'm
if
just
he's a
gonna
good
follow
man,
along.
You just make sure you use protection if you don't trust them.
Yeah, nah, I'm good.
All right. The question is, are you happy and are you in bliss? And why are you making this thing so complicated? And what is going on? Like, I don't understand why all of these questions,
Yeah,
all of this
nah.
stuff. That junk is weird to me.
Weren't we up here on the panel a couple of months ago talking about all of the stats of
I'm
the
going to
diseases in
sleep.
Georgia and Texas? Weren't we talking about that up here?
yeah, but those is hoes.
Is this not a hoe?
Huh?
Somebody who's sleeping around.
Whoa.
Somebody. Okay. So what's a hoe? Tell me what a hoe is.
I don't understand the mindset. I don't know nobody. I don't be around people that are this scary and restrictive and all of this stuff. This is crazy to me.
I'm scary and restrictive because.
Yes.
Oh, okay, fair enough. If that's what it's called, I'm cool. Keri, scary.
Slimmy, Quentin,
Let me went to go eat his snacks.
Slimmy, Quentin, what's your
No,
thoughts?
Slimmy been doing a good job lately.
No, he ain't. That nigga been chewing like he fucking ain't got no teeth. Get off my nuts.
Pause.
I just don't understand all of the questions because if you're asking me all of these questions, then that means you don't trust my judgment. Then that means that you probably shouldn't be with me in the first place. Like, if you need all of this validation, but you've gotten to this point, no, think about it. You need all of this validation, but you've gotten to this point with me in this relationship to where you know who I am and you know who you married, but you don't trust my judgment and you need validation or you need some reassurance as to what I'm supposed to do when I'm doing it and how I'm moving. That's crazy to me because you know who you with, and that means that you don't trust my judgment. And if you
But
don't
what
trust my judgment, then that means that you don't trust me to do the thing that's best for you also. And I don't believe that because you've submitted to me and you 100% are all in. And I need you to completely let go. Let go 100%. If you can't let go, then you can't be with me because you should have never been with me in the first place. If you need to ask all of these questions, if you need to make sure that I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, then that means that you're not with a man, you with a child. You with somebody that you need to be able to control or that you need to make sure and double check and do this and do that. I don't need you to do that. All I need you to do is just to enjoy life, live. And when I need insight information, then you offer it, or when you give me your insight, and I'm always checking on you. I've already done all of that. I've already checked on you. I already am mentally connected with you. I know what you need before you get there. I'm already checking this. That's my job. Your job is to be a nurturer, is to fill in the gaps. My job is to make sure that everything is already taken care of before we get there. And I understand who you are and I know what you need. So for me personally, I believe that when you get to that point, then that means that you are playing a motherly role and you're not playing the role that you're supposed to play in that side and into that type of relationship. I got a different perspective on it. That's like,
Yeah,
see, that's the equivalent of asking me that I paid a car note or did I
that's
make
not
sure that I paid.
that's
Like,
not
it's the same thing. Like you can't trust me
yeah.
in one thing and then not trust me in either you all in or you all out. Either
But
you
how
all
we
in when you all out. If I bring somebody to the city, they never ask me, "Hey, did you get a good enough hotel room?" or "Where am I going to be staying at?" or
but
any of that. I'm saying
that's what
that
I'm saying.
any
That's
woman that's
not what I
around me.
said.
Oh,
That's not what I
listen, I'm not
said.
saying that's what you said. I'm saying that this is how I think and this is
Mhm.
how I move. Anybody that is around me, any woman that's around me, anybody that's around me, they're going to have to trust that I got this and I got it all taken care of And the only thing that you need to do is be enjoying this situation and making sure that you pour into me in a way that I need you to pour into me. Everything else is taken care of. There's nothing else for you to talk about.
But that wasn't like, okay, that's fine, and I don't disagree with that. That's not where this conversation started, and that wasn't what I was talking about. So
What I'm saying is it's applicable in every aspect of the relationship. So, like for example, when you were saying, are you using we need to have a conversation. Are you using a condom? Are you doing this? And what does this look like and all of this? By the time that you in this, you don't know who you're talking to.
Sorry.
in the example we're using, I don't know how long, like if you're just with somebody, I don't know what the circumstance of this open semi-open thing is. Shaq might be with this chick for like 3 weeks. I don't know. That's why I said,
Why
for
are you
me,
calling me? And what I'm saying is, why are you calling me and asking me what I'm doing when I'm not with you?
that's not what. Okay, let I must be saying it differently than I'm thinking it, because the way you're taking what I'm saying is not, it must not be connected, because I'm talking about, if he speaks to a girl and he doesn't tell her the truth, I said I think he should tell her the truth. Then I said, with the open relationship, to me, some girls might not want to know the details, but I think that those are the types of things that should be known up front. What is our open relationship? Do you want to
It's
know? Do
not
you
an
not
open
want to know?
relationship.
That's what I'm just
It's
going off
just,
of the example you used, Anton. So that's
it's
where
not an
that's
open relationship. Are you happy? Are
they
you
might not
enjoying
even,
life?
yeah.
I'm
I
gonna be
think that's
back. I'm gonna
different.
be back, and when I pick you up, we gonna go to this dinner. We gonna do this, and then life is gonna be absolutely awesome. What is all of this other shit that we got
I
going
think
on?
that that's
And I'm
different
gonna
with
throw off
somebody
your
that
pH balance.
I think that that's different with somebody that you're married to and you've known for a substantial amount of time, versus somebody who I don't know what this timeline is. How do you, every man does not have the best judgment. Have it, we've
Then why
had
are you
people
with them?
that might be
That's my
that,
hold on,
but
wait.
that might be a
You
part, but
just no no
Anton,
no no
that
no no
might
no
be
no
a
no no
part
no
of
no.
what she
You
discovered by
just made my
asking the
point.
question.
Nope, you just made my point. Why are you with a man that doesn't have the best judgment for you?
Oh
Is
my
no
God.
reason why
So
you
if
should be.
they,
No, hold on. Once you get into the relationship and once you this deep,
no,
why are
don't do
you
that.
this deep
Don't
with
go
a
deep.
man that may not have the best judgment? That's
Don't go
wild.
deep.
I agree. Let me stop. I agree with you if it's already an established deep relationship, blah 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 blah. I get you. I agree with you. I'm saying, when you use this example with Shaq, in my mind, the chick he's kicking it with, I'm not thinking long, deep relationship, but I could be wrong. Maybe that's what they got. I'm thinking this might be a chick he's kicking it with for, I don't know, weeks, months, because Shaq's with different women all the time. So I don't know. So maybe she hasn't been with him long enough to know what his judgment is. Or maybe this is the time for me to ask the questions so I can determine if I even want to get deep. I'm agreeing with you, where if you're with somebody for a long period of time, certainly I already know this stuff. But with this whole dynamic, you might not know it. So why can't I ask? If we're not gonna have a traditional type of a relationship, why can't I ask questions? Why can't we figure out what this is supposed to be? I don't know what
I,
semi-open
I think
is.
you
Maybe
should. I
we,
think you can and you should ask every question that you want to. I think that Slimmy might have a different answer. I think that Quentin might have a different answer. But for me, once a woman asks too many questions, I'm done. I'm out.
and that's fair. That might be your filtering system. That's cool too.
I'm out. I can't do it. Slimmy, what you got something on this?
I'm gonna tell the truth. I don't give a fuck.
Facts.
I, I don't care.
I think that's good. Tell the truth.
But
Quentin,
I also feel like when you start sending me them long ass paragraphs, just asking me that, I'm not gonna reply.
yep, I'm out. I ain't
I'm
got
not
time for
gonna
that shit.
reply.
I'm gonna just be looking at it like, Put the phone down. Keep it moving.
I don't know. That's stressful.
How am I gonna
Yeah, I
reply?
got better.
I'm gonna send you a long message back.
I'm
I
not.
got better
You
things
know
to
me. I
do
don't
with my
even type.
time.
You can do what I
Except
do.
ask a man
Talk.
what
I
he
have
doing.
sent
A
long
grown man what
messages,
he
but
doing all day.